insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com.
Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM. You can listen to us online, or you can listen to us on the go on the Mixlr app, or watch our live stream video on YouTube. We're at the Lincoln Community High School Auditorium, and we are here today to talk about Little Women, the musical, Jake.
Yeah.
And we have the cast here with us, and Kim Quinn, her last hurrah. This is it for Kim. She's retiring after this year, and she's nothing but smiles right now. She's ready. We talked a little bit before we went on air. She's got a big bucket list to check off, and here in 2 or 3 weeks, that's about, this school year flew by.
It sure did.
And the time's here, but before that, we have a great musical to talk about today.
We do.
We're a little unfamiliar with musicals, so
fair. Okay. I'll forgive you.
So we'll go into some detail here just to talk about what the audience can expect, and we'll talk about your kids. I know you have some seniors that you really want to kind of put in the spotlight because they've dedicated a lot of time to the theater department, and and they're going out with you, so that's pretty special.
It is.
So let's get right to it.
Sure.
The Little Women, the musical.
Indeed.
Tell us a little bit about
the show,
the storyline and the show.
Sure. So it's based on the classic, the novel, and it's the story of these 4 girls and their mother. It takes place around the Civil War time, and the father is actually a minister, and he is away at war. So we never really see the dad. They talk about the dad, but we never see him, although we have him in this picture over here. That's kind of a funny story. But anyway, I digress. And it's just about their relationship, and the one of the daughters, her name is Jo, and she's probably the featured daughter, I would say, and she's just ahead of her time. She wants to change the world, and she wants to be a writer. And of course, during this time, there was no such thing as a woman writer. There was, you were at home and having babies, and that was it. And so she has these huge dreams, and she has this passion in her, and despite the societal restraints, she is going for it. And it's just about her relationship with her other 3 sisters and her mother, and they're all super close, and each girl is just strong-willed, and they all, each girl has their own personality, and but they are tight. They are just this little unit, and that's basically it. I mean, I would say that's the gist of the story. But it's it's gorgeous. It's a really beautiful story, and the music is just lovely. So it's a great show. Great
So
show.
when you decided to put on this musical, when did you start kind of preparing? Because this takes a lot of
Right.
work. And
Well, that's a good question. So there's this group of junior girls that came in as freshmen. And when they came in as freshmen, I was like, oh, they are talented. Like, there is this handful of really extremely talented girls. And I've kind of had this musical in my back pocket for a while. And so when these kids came in, I was like, they're my girls. You know what I mean? Like, I just knew that this would be a great show to really showcase their talent. And thought about doing it last year, but decided against it. We did Annie last year. And this is also a smaller show. So usually we tend to pick shows that have a big cast, a big ensemble, to involve as many kids as possible. But there's pluses and minuses to that. Right. But for my last show, I kind of wanted something a little smaller, and even though we still have 16 kids in the group, so that's pretty sizable cast.
Absolutely.
But usually we have somewhere between 20 and 25. So, and so it's just been kind of nice just working with a smaller group of kids that are super dedicated, and I just don't have to worry as much.
Right.
I guess about everybody learning their lines and doing the thing and showing up and all of that. They're all just in it to win it. So that's just been really nice this year.
So you've been doing this for a long time.
30 years.
30 years.
Yeah.
And this is the finale for you.
This is my finale.
And is this probably one of your top musicals that you've,
I would say this show has the makings. We're not there yet, but we're getting there, of being one of the best shows I've ever done.
Little Women, the musical, May 2nd through the 4th at 7 p.m. and May 5th at 2 p.m. Tickets are $8 for children under 18 and senior citizens, and $10 for adults. And you can purchase them at the door. If you have any questions, you can call Kim at 217-732-4131, extension 1259, or email her at kquinn@lchsrailers.org. So the tickets are out there. And we've only got, what's today, April 20th?
Yeah,
so
a week and a couple days.
Yeah. So it's
going to be here in a blink.
Yeah. And how do you feel you're at right now with the cast and their performance with, about 10 or 12 days or so?
Right. Well, a lot happens in that last week. I was saying to the cast last night, once they can put their scripts down, once everything is kind of memorized, that's when it starts to be fun. And they can really start making some big strides in their character development and acting choices and things of that nature. And but I will tell you that we are in good shape for the shape we're in. Okay. We've actually worked through the whole show this week, and next week everything has to be memorized. But already they're pretty well memorized, most of them, which is awesome. And so already what I'm seeing, up there is so impressive. And to know that that's just going to keep, every time we run a scene or run a song or whatever, they're going to make, big progress each time they do it. You know what I mean? And I know that's still to come. So that's exciting.
How many days a week do you guys practice? And
5 days a week, 3:30 to 6:30. And yeah, it has to come together pretty quickly. There's just not a lot of time. There never is.
No. And you probably emphasize to these actors that you have to really practice at home.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of that takes place at home, within their house, and probably getting together and working on their lines, and memorizing lines is difficult to do.
Right. Well, they all have young brains, so they're good at it.
It's like a sponge.
It's us old people that can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I would need a teleprompter.
Oh my goodness.
But,
the last couple of summers I've done shows, and oh God, it's so stressful to memorize those
Absolutely.
lines.
Especially when people are watching, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
tough to do, but you know, they're putting 15 hours here, but they're putting endless hours at home, and to be very successful and to pull off a good show, that's something that they're going to have to do, and I'm sure they, you know, they take it serious, and they want to perform well, and I'm sure they're behind closed doors. They're working on them lines and their vocals and all that stuff.
Yeah. But what I want to say is that, you know, and I know it's cliche, but it absolutely takes a village to do this. And I have such an amazing support system, team, production team. So I'm going to talk about Julie Casa, who's over here, our accompanist. So not only has she been my accompanist for how long, Julie? When did you come on board? I was trying to think about this last night. Say it again. 15 years? Yeah. So Julie was the music teacher at Chester East. But I think you were part-time. And I called Julie and I was like, hey, how would you like to come accompany the choir? Never, kind of like a long shot. I thought, she's going to be too busy. She can't do it, you know. But she was like, yeah, I think I can do that. I had her 3 children in choir. And so anyway, so she agreed to do this, I'm sure not realizing what she was getting herself into, right? But I will tell you that this woman is the glue. She keeps it all together. I mean, she's incredibly talented, but beyond her piano skills, she's just so good and knowledgeable and at flow, musical flow. There, you know, there's lots of underscoring that happens, while dialogue and stuff is going on, or changing of scenes and stuff like that. And I mean, she just does that so beautifully, and she follows the singers so beautifully, and all those things that, if you're sitting in the audience, you wouldn't even think about. But I'm telling you, that is worth its gold to find somebody who can do that.
Right, and do it for 15 years.
Well, right, and to do it, I mean, really out of the goodness of her heart, because there's just no money, you know.
She's not in it for the pay.
No, absolutely not.
Us too.
Right. Do it for the love of the game, right?
Yep, that's right.
And so, anyway, we are just so lucky to have her, and then of course through the years she's just been my calm center. When I'm going, I don't think we're going to be ready. She's like, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine, you know. And just such a dear friend. And so, anyway, but Tim Searby steps in and does our vocals. Nigel Range does the orchestra pit. In the past, we've had Carrie Wilmer do our choreography. There's really hardly any dancing in this show, so there was really no need to hire a choreographer this year, but she's been wonderful. And just the support of the administration through the years, and parents, oh my goodness, just amazing parents that just always step up, building set or providing food or certainly getting the kids to practice. And I've just been lucky. It's been a great 30 years. It's been a great run.
Well, you talk about the set, and this takes place, I think you said, back in the Civil War area. How do you, obviously you want the set to look as, you know, authentic as possible, and that requires finding old furniture, memorabilia, and things like that.
Here again, it takes a team, right?
And, I mean, how do you find those things?
I am very lucky.
They're limited, you know.
I'm lucky that I have a husband that works at Illinois Wesleyan.
Okay.
And so
just go over and raid their
their warehouse. Right. So they're always very good also in terms of just supporting us and letting us take what we need. Pretty soon here, I want to turn the mic over to Charlie. So Charlie McFadden is playing Jo, the writer, the daughter that wants to be the writer. But her dad has graciously built our set the last few years. Tom Steiner, I think you all know who he is, a dear friend of the music theater program here at LCHS. He also has been lovely and helping us with set and stuff like that. Christy Morrow over here, her mom, Kristen Green, is a phenomenal stitcher, seamstress, and so she helps us with our costumes. And we do rent sometimes. We rent certain pieces, and this is a trickier show because you can't buy these costumes at Goodwill.
Right. That was going to be my next question. The costumes.
Right.
Trying to find those.
Right.
And,
right. I have a sister that is in the music theater department up at a school in the Chicago area, so I was able to borrow costumes from them. So it's beg, borrow, and steal.
Well,
yeah. You got to do what you got to do.
You got to do what you got to do on a limited budget, and
right.
it's nice to have people step up and help and offer their time.
Right.
And then you have a lot of people that you can go to and utilize those, and as far as getting things that you need.
Right.
So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Charlie, do you want to talk a little bit about what it's been like to be in the theater program for the last few years and what it's like to play Jo?
Yeah, it's just awesome. The theater program here just offers you such good community. Most of the people here I've been in shows with for a few years now, and it's just like a real family. Mm-hmm. So the show's about the family, and it just feels like a family.
Now, what grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what, she is a powerhouse. She is, a singing, acting machine. She's amazing. She will blow you away.
Singing, acting machine.
Yeah, that's me.
We're going to find that out here in a little bit. I know you guys plan on singing a couple songs, 2 or 3 songs.
Yeah.
You say it's a family, and you've been around, these people for the last 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
You build good friendships, and there's some seniors that you're going to probably, you'll feel sad when they leave, but that just means next year you're the senior, you're the top dog, and so
pretty crazy to think about.
Yeah. Well, let's take a commercial break, and then while we're on break, we'll get these.
We could sing for you when we come back.
Guys. Yeah, we'll get them. We'll get them set up. We'll sing a song, and then after that, we'll probably take another break, get them set back down, and talk to the kids a little bit here, Jake.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
I think that'll be fun.
All right, perfect. All right, let's take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have more here on the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
This is Taryn Stolzenberg from the 2024 Lady Railer State Champion Basketball Team, and you're listening to Cheap Seats on WLCN.
We're broadcasting live from the Lincoln Community High School Auditorium, talking about Little Women, the musical. And we've got a handful of girls here going to perform a song for us. Kim, you want to tell us a little bit about the song they're going to perform?
Sure. So this takes place, the girls, Joe and Meg. Meg is played by Christy Morrow, and Joe, of course, is played by Charlie McFadden. They're about ready to go to their first ball, and Meg is concerned. She's not sure what she's going to do and if somebody should ask her to dance, and of course they're very concerned about what they're wearing and how they look and what they're going to say at the ball. And the mom is played by Lacey Buss, and she is giving Meg in particular some advice on what to do. And if someone should ask you to dance, you would say, I'd be delighted. So the name of this song is Delighted. Okay.
All right. Very good. Very good.
Yeah,
Good.
nice girls.
Yep.
Very
Let's
good.
take another commercial break. We'll get these girls set back down, and we'll talk to the cast of Little Women the Musical after these messages.
Family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cook-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
Hello, we're Forg, and you're listening to Cheap Seats with Joe, Jim, Jake, Lloyd, and Sweet Shabba-doo. Sweet Shabba-doo.
like Charlie said, it is really like a family, and I've known some of them for a really long time, and it just helps you like grow your relationships. And I don't know, it's just, you're with each other for so long, especially like Tech Week. It's like pretty much all day, every day, for like a week, and then you just perform, and it's crazy how fast it comes together, and then how amazing it ends up being, like even after only a few weeks of actually practicing it. So I think it's really cool to see like what we can accomplish in such a little time.
How it all comes together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only a handful of days of school left. Being a senior,
I have 7.
So she's 7.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Future plans?
I'm going to Olivet Nazarene University, which is a couple hours north. It's about an hour from Chicago.
Bourbonnais.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And studying Spanish education and minoring in music.
Okay. Nice. So you know some Spanish?
Yes.
All right.
Do you want to pass the mic to Logan over here? So Logan is also one of our seniors, and he's been in several of our shows.
So yeah, we see him all the time. Yeah.
Yep. So
a state person. I also went to state as well as Lacey. We were both in honors course together. It was an amazing time.
Yeah. Any favorite moment? I mean, you've been doing this a long time. We've seen you. We've interviewed you several times. What's your favorite performance?
My favorite performance, it would have to be Annie, which surprised me because I was never really a fan of Annie as a musical. So then I ended up being Rooster, which I was really passionate about my role as Rooster. I really enjoyed playing Rooster. And our song with Charlie, she was Miss Hannigan, our song Easy Street ended up being like a really hit song in the musical. The people really enjoyed it. I was not expecting like that much of a good reception to that song. So that was definitely a favorite performance. And I guess my favorite thing outside of the musical is like all of my fellow cast members. They do a really amazing job, and it's actually how I got together with my girlfriend during Annie. So that was great.
Yeah.
not that they're necessarily getting married, but I want to say there's been several people that have like started in the choir program and ended up getting married. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's kind of fun to know that.
Now, what's your role in this play?
My role in this play is Professor Bear. I am
love interest for Jo.
Yes, I am the love interest for Jo. She often comes to me for advice for like her writing. She really likes my critiques. Sometimes Professor Bear and Jo, they often butt heads. But Professor Bear really likes Jo. He's a very calm person, but Jo brings out a bit of fire in him.
Right.
He's very passionate about Jo.
He's also a man ahead of his time because he is not intimidated by Jo's passions and pursuits. You know what I mean? Not only is he not intimidated by it, but he supports her. So those men are few and far between in the Civil War era. So yeah, he's a man ahead of his time, I would say, for sure.
All right. Would you have any future plans? College, anything like that?
Well, I'm going to be applying for Eastern Illinois University to major in music. I'm actually wanting to become a musician.
Okay.
That's my main goal when I'm coming out of high school. Yeah.
And what instruments do you play?
I am strictly a choir person.
Oh, choir, okay.
I tried
Gotcha.
band at one point. I tried the drums, and it just did not interest me as much as I thought it would.
What?
So now I'm just...
The drums don't interest you? Take out your frustrations?
No. I wasn't patient enough to get through the basics.
Oh, well.
It bored me pretty quickly, so now I'm just a choir person.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. you know?
No such thing as just a choir person.
Yeah. Just a singer.
I'm just a singer.
Yeah. Well, you do a fantastic job, and good luck in all your future endeavors.
Thank you.
All
I'm
right.
going to pass the mic maybe to Christy, or do we need to take a break?
No, we're good.
Hi, I'm Christy Morrow. I play Meg, which is the oldest sister of
Okay.
the four.
And what grade you in?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior, and how long you been performing?
If we count middle school, middle school, because my middle school did cute little like plays and musicals, and I remember I was the Mary in our Christmas play, and I was so happy because I didn't have to do any of the singing or sign language. I just got to sit there and hold a child.
Perfect. That's my type of role. Just sit there and hold something.
Okay.
Yeah. And what's your role in this play?
Oh, I'm Meg.
Okay, and tell us a little bit about Meg.
Meg is. She's a little like hard to think of when I first was thinking of the different characters. I feel like they all had something that like stood out about them. But what about Meg is she's just really caring, and I feel like what she wants is just something of like her own. And she also is interested in like the finer things, kind of like Amy is. But I think what she really wants is kind of to be loved, and I feel like she really finds that in Mr. Brooke, because they meet right after Delighted at the party, and they hit it off real quick. I think just like a couple scenes later, he's down on one knee ready to propose, and she's like, oh yes, even though he's ready about to go off to war.
Yeah, right,
So.
right.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's a good assessment.
Real quick, do you, when you start forming up your cast members, do you kind of go through on the personalities of their character just so they have a better feeling? Because they feel like they know their characters in and out. And
Well, I mean, they say that half of your work is done if you've cast well. And I think that that's true. And I mean,
or do they just kind of research it themselves and just kind of take it as their own?
Right.
You know?
I would say, like, when you look at your group of students and you pick a show, you pick your show based on the talent pool that you have. But I really try not to like put people in like specific roles until I see their audition. And very often it will happen where like you kind of have a notion of like who's going to be, maybe who could play what and whatever, but that audition really solidifies, and very often it isn't the way you end, it turns out differently than you expect it to. So, you got to be ready to kind of go with it and see who shows up at auditions. And sometimes people just surprise you and like maybe they're not a choir person or whatever, you know what I mean? But at the audition, they appear and you're like, oh, wow, they could be great in this or whatever, so.
All right.
Yeah.
Who's next? All right, tell us your name and grade.
I'm Presley Cole, and I'm a junior, and I play Beth.
Beth, and what's Beth's character like?
So she's the second youngest of the children, and kind of the main thing about her is that she's very sweet, and that she has kind of a special bond with Joe specifically. They're almost like a duo in a way, and she's kind of Joe's support system and almost like voice of reason sometimes. And yeah, I don't want to give too much away about her, but yeah.
And what's your, over the years, how long you been performing?
I've been performing since 6th grade.
Okay, and what's your favorite play or musical?
Probably last year Annie, because I was Annie, and that was a very fun role for me. It was
a
a
big
lot
role.
of, yeah.
That's kind of the focal point.
It was a very, very fun.
Yeah, good. All right. So you said you're a junior, so you got one more year?
Yep, one more year.
One more year. Be the big dog on campus now.
Hopefully.
Just get those seniors out of here. All right, next.
Hi, I'm Emma. I'm a junior, and I play Amy March.
Amy March, and what's Amy March like?
Well, she's kind of the bratty of the sisters. I'm the youngest, and so when the show first starts, I'm still kind of like I'm more of a child still than the rest of them. So there are definitely times where you can see her act bratty, but Amy is a lot like Meg, what Christy said. She wants the finer things in life, except she's a lot more passionate about it sometimes. She's not as much on love as Meg is, but she does want it. She's just very diva-y.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And how
she
long-
wants a nice house, and she wants the nice clothes. And
She wants to be rich.
she
That's
wants
for
money.
sure. Yeah.
But she's also very sweet. Really, all of the girls are in their heart. I mean, they all have good hearts.
Yeah.
And how long you been performing?
Ooh, ever since late elementary school, I think.
A long
So,
time.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite Player musical?
I'm going to steal one from the past couple of people, but probably Annie, because I got to be Daddy Warbucks. We switched the roles, so it was a girl role, but that was probably my favorite thing, because it's like a role that you go in, oh, it'd be nice to have it, but I'm a girl, I can't do it.
Yeah, you're not bald.
Yeah.
You know?
So being able to get that role, and Presley's one of my best friends, and having that relationship, it was a pretty fun time. It was a great show.
We call that gender bending.
Yeah.
And the truth of the matter is that in the theater world, they're just good men are hard to find.
True.
So as things have progressed in our world, we're like, well, it doesn't have to be a boy. That could be a girl.
Switch it
That
up.
could definitely be a girl. And she killed. She was great. And we called it was, instead of Oliver Warbucks, it was Olivia Warbucks, and it totally worked.
Yeah.
Totally worked. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Who's next?
How about Wyatt?
Wyatt?
Let's pass the mic down to Wyatt.
Now, Wyatt, we've seen you on stage many of times. You got a different look to you. You cut your hair.
Yeah, I did. Finally. Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
So what's
it was either
Wyatt?
this or wear another wig, and after last year, I was like, absolutely not.
No more wigs. And
Yeah.
what grade you in?
I'm a junior.
You're just a junior.
Yeah.
All right. And you've been doing this a long time?
Yeah, since like late middle school. Like I've always knew I was sort of a theater kid. Even like my parents knew that. Like they would, I would always like dance a lot to music on the radio and whatnot. It was ever since I was a kid, I was just always a theater person. So yeah.
And what's your role?
I'm Lori. I'm sort of like the love interest of Joe. Not her.
Lori's in love with Joe.
But Joe sort of doesn't. She sees me more as like a brother.
Yeah.
There. And yeah, I'm just a very
you're in the friend zone.
Well, and you're very enthusiastic.
Yeah, enthusiastic. Very.
He wants to be. He really loves just all the girls.
Yeah.
He just wants to be part of the family.
Yeah.
But as chance would have it, he and Amy are in Europe. They go to Europe, and while they're in Europe, they happen to meet, and they fall in love. And Amy and Lori end up getting married.
Yep.
All right. And what's been your favorite performance over the years?
I know this sounds kind of cliche since it's been coming from everyone else, but definitely FDR. And also, when we did the Madrigal dinner, I was Shakespeare. Those two roles were my favorite because, like Shakespeare, I love writing, and that's sort of been my talent, and just being this enthusiastic person. And then FDR, who's this like man with many ideas, who's literally,
Changes
his
our
ideas,
world, right?
Yeah, changes the world, and that's sort of like what I want to do with my career when I grow up. Just I want to write, stories for maybe video games and whatnot, and hopefully change the world.
Perfect. Love it.
Yeah.
All
Yay.
right. Well, good luck on that.
Thank you.
It's a tough world, but you can do it.
That's right.
Yeah.
You can do it. Let me know when that video game comes out.
Alrighty then.
I'll be downloading that.
Yeah. Currently applying for Bradley University since they have actually a course for video game storytelling and plot drives and whatnot.
Cool.
Cool. That is cool.
Who's next?
Gray, you want to go?
All right, tell us your name and what grade you're in.
Hi, I'm Gray, and I'm a junior.
Okay. And how long you been performing?
Since my freshman year, Sound of Music.
Okay. And what's your favorite play or musical so far? I mean, there's limited, obviously, only 3 years, you know.
Annie. I played Tessie, and we switched Cordell Hull to Cordelia Hull. That was my favorite thing I've ever done because she was just so out there, and she was so smart, and she knew what she was talking about. But then again, I'm a child at heart, so Tessie was just this role I wanted, and when PQ gave it to me, I just started crying because I'm like, yes!
Right.
And this year, I'm fortunate enough to have an even bigger role and interact with Charlie and Emma and Presley, and I'm the aunt. I'm Aunt March, and definitely, as Wyatt would say, a type of villainous, but I'm not. I'm a anti-hero,
there you
I
go.
suppose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's definitely my favorite, and I love every second of it.
Awesome. That's great.
There's a part in the show when Joe is describing one of the stories that she's written, and that it's this story has been bought by a newspaper called the Volcano Press. And so she's describing the story to Professor Bear, and these three right behind you are characters in her story. So I'll let them say just a quick hello. You're fine. You can take it.
Okay. I'm Mackenzie Plummer, and I play a troll in the Weekly Volcano Press.
Yeah.
The troll takes her Carissa's necklace, and they take her by boat to where she needs to go. And
so the premise of the story is that the heroine Clarissa has to go on a journey, and each person she meets on the journey, what do I want to say? She needs to accomplish a task in order to progress to the next part of the journey. So one thing is she has to overcome vanity. So she has to give up a comb that's in her hair so she can go to the next test, which is she has to what's the next test?
The necklace with the trolls.
The necklace, and that's
the riches.
Give up her riches.
Riches, right. Okay, so relinquish her riches. And then she finally meets an old knight, and the old knight wants her time, and so she has to stop on her journey, even though she's really she's got a time frame, but she has to take a moment to hold this man's hand, and she gives him her cloak to because he's cold or whatever. So she has to come to terms with knowing that she's got to stop and take a moment with this man. Okay, so that's what's happening. So she's on this journey, and so she finds an old witch, an old hag, and then she finds the trolls, then she finds the old knight, and and Clarissa is played by Ruby, and that's the gist of the story.
All right.
That Joe is writing for the Volcano Press, the Weekly Volcano Press.
Okay.
Should we sing maybe a little? Or
let's get the last two here, and then we'll sing.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I'm Ruby. I'm a freshman. I play Clarissa. PQ kind of explained it for me pretty well, but Clarissa just she's running away from this villain, Braxton, who wants to capture her, and her savior is Rodrigo. I won't give away too much, but Rodrigo has, big switch. He's pretty special. Yeah.
And this must be Rodrigo.
This is Rodrigo.
Yes.
What's your real name first?
Grant Eels, okay. And I play Rodrigo and also the Old Knight, and it is really fun kind of getting to act in this story because it's kind of a story within a story, so you can really kind of go to extremes and kind of overact in situations where it'd be kind of corny to be going to that point, but it's kind of fun to do it because it's kind of being a story within a story, you can kind of play off that a bit more.
And very melodramatic, and it's fun. Very fun.
All right, well, good job, guys. Let's take another quick break. We'll get these kids set up for another song, and we'll be back after these messages.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit SF
The Cheap Seats with Joe, Jake, Jim, Lloyd, and Shabadoo. On 96.3 FM, WLCN.
Auditorium, and the cast of Little Women are going to perform another song for us. Kim, tell us a little bit about this song.
So this is the tail end of the story that she has written for the Weekly Volcano Press, a newspaper. And so we were just talking a little bit about the heroine Clarissa and how she has to pass all these tests, and she's gone on this journey, and she's succeeded. And this is the very end, and everybody, all the different characters that are in this story come together at the end of the song and sing, and this is it.
All right, take it away.
I'm ready to take a bow. I've taken a solemn vow.
right, very nice. Now, was there another one that you wanted to?
We could do Five Forever. So this is the song when Lori has saved Amy. Amy falls through the ice. They're ice skating, and she falls through the ice. And Lori pulls her out of the ice. And because he's done this heroic deed, and the girls really just love him, they decide to make him an honorary family member. And so instead of the 4 of them being forever, it's now the 5 of them. And so this is Five Forever.
Okay.
Swear to us your greatest oath of loyalty, an oath as dazzling as your charms.
I swear I'll follow you like royalty.
Come wear our royal coat of arms. From now on we are joined, and we shall not be parted. From this day on it's all for one and one for all for life.
We'll live like musketeers.
Together we'll prevail. We'll be fine. Our bond shall never be undone. Nothing shall sever this fraternity. Together we will find.
Did a fantastic job today. You know, they know their characters well, very well spoken, and it sounds like
don't miss the show.
Yeah,
it's going to be fabulous.
It's going to be fabulous, and it's going to be your last one. Now, is there? I want to be sentimental. Is there a replacement for you? Because obviously, you want this to continue. Right. You want these kids to have something to, partake in.
I am 100% sure that our administration will see to it that a fabulous person takes my spot.
So nothing in the works yet?
Not that I'm aware of.
That you're aware of. Okay.
But I am confident that they will come through for these kids.
Let's hope so, because, it is for the kids.
Yeah.
It gives,
oh my goodness.
They're very passionate about it.
Right.
And it's something that, they need. It's a lot of schools these days, they're eliminating extracurricular activities, and, theater being probably one of them, because there's, I don't know the interest in other schools, but here at Lincoln, it seems to be, rising and thriving, and, want to keep that going.
Yeah, me too.
So,
me too.
Once again, we got a question. Oh, I'm supposed to ask if it is true that you will stay on as a consultant.
Sure.
Sure, just a consultant.
For the right amount of money, for sure.
As long as it doesn't interfere with the travel schedule, I'm sure. Yes.
If she's around, she'll help. If not, you're on your own.
Yeah.
But,
well, I'll be giving voice lessons and stuff. I'll be here.
You'll still be an outlet for them, because as these kids go throughout their career, they're going to need some guidance, and I'm sure you'd be willing to kind of push them in the right direction.
Absolutely.
All right, Little Women, the musical is May 2nd and 4th at 7 p.m. May 5th at
2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
2nd, 3rd, and 4th at 7 p.m. May 5th at 2 p.m. Tickets are $8 for children under 18 and senior citizens, and for adults it's $10. You can purchase tickets at the door. If you have any questions, you can give Kim a call at 217-732-4131, extension 1259, or email her at kquinn@lchsrailers.org. Well, this is it.
Thank you so much.
I know there's still some work to be done, but I'm sure these, for where they're at right now and how they sound, it's fantastic. Yeah. So, you got to feel pretty good about the ending result.
I do. Yeah, for sure.
Well, good job.
Thanks for this opportunity to talk to you.
Absolutely, and enjoy.
Yeah.
That's going to do it for us today here on the Cheap Seats. We'll be back in action next Saturday, same time, different place. So tune in, and we'll talk to you next week.
Good day.
Live video streaming of this event is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.